important is getting in there and getting unhooked and getting off that track. The pulling part of it has really been a difference in some of the early competition.
Is it different downstairs than it is from our vantage point up here?
Very much so, Bob Kurtz, because these trucks are flying very high, only about 10 foot from where I'm standing, and it makes you wonder sometimes if they've got them all down pat. Heartbeat having some problems. Duraliner Giant is out on top. The Duraliner Giant makes a good pass. He goes past the mark. He shuts off. There's his crewman in there. He's unhooking very, very quickly. Sends him the go-ahead. The Heartbeat has problems. But watch this. The Duraliner Giant, I don't think he'll show any mercy. He wants to win this one for the company. Here he goes. Lines up, gets back in shape. He's got to get the front tires up on the cars and off the cars. Here we go. Watch out, watch out. Broke the front tire off of it right here in front of me. He has just destroyed the left front tire. Kurt Dabney has broken the left front tire as it went up in the air and crashed. And look over there on the other side. Look to the other side. The Heartbeat of America has just rolled the rear axle out from under that truck. We've got monster trucks laying everywhere tonight. They're all over the place.
Unbelievable competition. But Duraliner Giant with the broken left front tire has not crossed the finish line. Not that it's going to make any difference because Heartbeat of America looks like it's in a couple of pieces over on the far side. But there's some major damage, Mike.
We need some very large wreckers. They rolled the rear end section out of the Heartbeat of America truck. And we mentioned earlier it's a brand new truck. And what you're looking at, or was looking at earlier, are the flanges that hook the rear axle to the traction bars and the shock. It has snapped the bolts off. You can tell the bolts have snapped off. The rear axle, the springs are there. The shocks are there. The flanges are gone. They're ripped out and on the rear axle. Now watch the Duraliner on this replay. He lines up and does a good job. He hammers it and gets it in the air. There's the truck goes up. It broke it when it hit the car. When he hit the car, the left front tire gave way on it. It pulled in a little bit. On that replay, you could possibly see the tire give way as he bumps up against the car and gets it up in the air. Kurt knows he's got problems when he looks at that tire hanging out from under it.
Mike, we talked earlier in the program about expense. I would imagine you're talking major league expense right here.
Very much so, in several thousands of dollars and a lot of work to put one of them back together. And both these guys will have to do a lot of work. You can look.
Have you seen this before?
At the rear steering section. I have never seen this kind of damage done to monster trucks in side-by-side racing. As you mentioned earlier, we turned the truck over out in Anaheim, California, but we're talking severe damage on these trucks, both of them, in this competition. So we've eliminated a pair of trucks from this competition early.
Got another question, Mike, and that's Heartbeat of America was the second consecutive monster truck on that side of the track to have difficulty with the sled. Is there something about the makeup of monster trucks that may make it difficult for them to pull a sled?
Well, it could be the fact that that track over on the other side might be a little bit harder, and they're having some trouble getting a hold of the track with these kind of tires. This could cause the trucks to bounce, and the bouncing is what has caused the problems in the driveline on the truck. You can see there, that's off of the Heartbeat of America, ripped all the steering cylinder lines, all the steering axle completely out from under the truck, and it is laying on the ground over on the far side of the track. There is a man that is crushed by what has happened tonight. It was the first time out on a brand new truck. He is not a newcomer to the sport by no means, as he campaigned a Michigan Ice Monster truck for a number of years. He just completed this truck, and now he's taking the long ride off of the front of a loader bucket.
Where is the Michigan Ice Monster? You know?
You're looking at parts of it right there.
Next round of competition, Excalibur on the track closest to our cameras. Sampson is on the far side, and Mike Galloway is on the floor.
Boy, this is going to be one great race. The young man that drives the Excalibur truck knows no fear. He will go hammer down as hard as the truck will go. Don Maples driving the Sampson truck out of Huntsville, Alabama. will hammer that truck. He says he built it, he can fix it, and he will go at it hard and heavy. The Sampson truck, supercharged alcohol Chevrolet. The Excalibur is a carbureted supercharged Chevrolet on gasoline. Sampson maybe with just a little bit more horsepower, but Sampson's also pulling a bigger set of tires, a set of 66s. The Excalibur, a little bit smaller tire. I would venture to say, watch the Excalibur truck. He could very well clear all 6 of these cars.
It's about set to go. Remember, Bigfoot and Barefoot are the 2 winners so far. Heart of America and Duraliner both broke down in the last heat. The Toy and the Monster Vet have been eliminated.
Look at Sampson all the way in the air. Don Maples is carrying the front end. Excalibur's having a little bit of a problem. Maples is there. He's stopped already. Excalibur is just now shutting down. Maples has the advantage going into this part of it. Maples makes a clear start. He's covered him by 5 car lengths. Maples in the air. But watch Excalibur. Watch Excalibur. He will make up the time right on this one.
He made the turn.
He'll straighten it out. Watch him fly. Watch him fly.
Wow!
Look at that! Look at that!
Excalibur came from behind to win it.
Don Maples almost lost his when he hit the car. Excalibur, as we talked about before he went into the competition, when he straightened it out, he went wide open, hit the cars. He never backed out of the engine and let it fly. Watch Excalibur. Now, he's behind when he makes this turn. Maples has already gone off to the left and straightening out. But this is where the race is won right here as he turns the corner and heads it towards the cars. Wide open right there. He's on the throttle. The truck's probably doing 40 miles an hour. Look out. Look out. Look out. Unbelievable action for Excalibur.
So Excalibur joins Barefoot and Bigfoot in the winner's circle.
Are you ready? Yep. Let's go.
Only a hunter knows the true exhilaration of his sport, the beauty of the land, the test of his skill, the challenge of competition. Hunting is an American tradition and an American freedom. We're working to protect that freedom. We're the National Rifle Association. You can help by calling now, 1-800-422-8900. For just $20, you'll receive the privileges and benefits of NRA membership, including 12 exciting issues of the American Hunter or American Rifleman magazine, $600 gun theft insurance, $10,000 accidental death and dismemberment insurance, your official NRA membership card and window decal, plus NRA's official camouflage thermos. Call right now and receive NRA's 1988 Sportsman's Premium Pack, loaded with valuable discounts and rebates on hunting, shooting, and sporting equipment. Call now, join the NRA, and help preserve our hunting traditions.
Final first heat competition, the Virginian Giant is the closest to us. Deal Wilson, Winchester, Virginia, and on the far side, it's Wild Stang.
Cliff Starboard in his new Mustang convertible goes up against Deal Wilson and the Virginia Giant. We talked to Deal earlier. He said this is the first time he had been in this type of monster truck competition. But believe me, Deal Wilson will not let this be the last time. This man is a capable driver. We saw him earlier in his funny car break an oil line, and we know that caused him some problems. He's got a big blown Hemi under the hood. Let's see if Deal Wilson can pull off a win over Cliff Starboard. Now, Starboard's blown Mustang, called Wild Stang, is a convertible, and he's very capable. It's a short vehicle. It's got a good quick turning radius. It's got a blower motor in it that's going to help him on the start and over the cars. But right now, pulling this sled is going to be a very tough thing for both of them. I think Deal Wilson may have the advantage in the sled part of it, and the Mustang may have an advantage on the latter part of it. So we'll wait and see as this competition gets real close. Green light, and Deal Wilson is in the lead. The Virginia Giant. A big lead for Deal Wilson. A big lead.
Giant wins the sled competition. Now let's see what transpires from here to the end.
Watch Deal. Cliff Starboard having problems getting unhooked. Deal looks back. Looks across. Watch Deal, though. He'll line up, wants to make sure everything's all right. He feels like he's got a little pad.
Well, he got a pad because the Mustang, the Wild Stang, took a wide turn and took himself right out of it, and the Virginia Giant is the winner.
Look at Cliff. Look at
out.
Cliff. Broke it. broke the right rear tire off of it. The right rear tire is completely torn from the car, as is the left rear tire. He's trying to cross the finish line. We have destroyed monster truck and monster cars tonight like there's no tomorrow. If anyone has a couple of 5-ton military axles laying around, Cliff Starbird and a number of other people could sure use them.
Our 4 winners in the first heat: Bigfoot, Barefoot, Excalibur, and Virginian Giant. As we move to heat 2, the car's getting a little more crushed and a little closer to the ground. Not much left of that one, and you just move right on down the line. Virginia Giant, it looks like against Sampson.
Sampson rolls the slack out of the chain, and this will be a very tough one. Ford against Chevrolet. Don Maples against Steele Wilson. Watch out. This is going to be a real close race. I think the hitching is going to be important. Both of them in wheel stand. Both of them side to side. Both of them very, very close. This is where it's going to make them or break them. The Virginia Giant loose. Sampson loose. They both make the turn side by side. This is important. Steele Wilson heads into the straightaway. Wilson has the lead. The Virginia Giant is in the lead. Watch out. He's up. He's up. The Virginia Giant is still making tracks. The Virginia Giant takes the win.
Now Virginia Giant took the lead in the pit. Both trucks looked like they were pretty even, Mike, as far as pulling the sled the 100 feet, but they got unhooked from Virginia Giant a little quicker than they did from Sampson, and then the Virginia Giant was able to use that time to win the heat.
Well, Bob, we found out that the reason we're seeing these trucks in competition is that the Bigfoot truck has been disqualified. Now, we're going to try to get an explanation of this before the end of the competition, and we'll let you know what develops out of this situation.
But Barefoot and Excalibur now battle here with the favorite Bigfoot on the sideline.
Watch the Excalibur truck. Now, he's in the left-hand lane. That lane has been a terrible lane for a lot of drivers tonight, but watch the Excalibur truck. He could be the one to beat in this round of competition. Fred Schaefer carries.
Barefoot with the early lead.
Now, Fred Schaefer will show no mercy. Fred Schaefer will show no mercy. He will hammer the Barefoot truck if he gets away. Uh-oh, Excalibur. Excalibur has pulled off a quicker start. This will be close to the finish line.
Here we go.
From your vantage point, Bob. Here we go.
Excalibur has the lead. Excalibur in the air, and Excalibur is the winner.
Well, Bob Kurtz, my vantage point would not tell me who won that one. I think it was the Excalibur truck.
It was, Mike.
The Excalibur truck, that young man has really put on a driving demonstration tonight.
This is a Nation's Business Update with Lee Thornton.
President Reagan has put more than $100 million worth of tariffs on all Brazilian exports to the U.S. That because of Brazil's barriers to foreign-made computers. General Motors is planning to double sales in Europe to 10,000 cars. And retail sales fell 0.1% last month, largely because of lower auto sales. More Monday morning on Nation's Business Today here on ESPN.
You just paid $10,000 for a new pickup. Your neighbor did, too. Your neighbor bought a Duraliner. You didn't. Now, which truck do you wish was yours? Without Duraliner? With Duraliner. Duraliner is so tough, it's guaranteed not to crack, split, or become brittle for the life of your truck. See your truck dealer. Duraliner. Call 1-800-D-Liners.
ESPN and Thrifty Car Rental World Tour Sweepstakes want to take you to Hawaii in February. 10 lucky couples will go to Honolulu for an all